Hi, Mr. Smith. Just as a preface to this video, the presentation itself is not completely done, and you also can't see it very well in this picture. But you will just have to take my word for it that it is mostly there, and it will be done by Wednesday for the practice. But it is just here for presentation purposes as of right now. So now I will be getting into my actual presentation. This video will also be split up into two parts. And I'm not really sure what the exact dividing line is going to be, but we will figure that out when we get there, most likely. So, great. Good start. Have you ever been driving in the car and you turn on the radio, maybe on your way to school or your way to work, and a very popular song comes on? Maybe a song like Call Me Maybe, for example, and you're listening along and you can't help but hum or sing it. It's a very popular song and it's all over the place now. And it's just something that you feel comfortable singing, and it's very lighthearted and you're very used to it. So you may end up cutting this song off halfway through. You get to work or you get to school, you have to get out of the car and go. You can't finish the song like many of us would like to do. What may happen then is this song might get stuck in your head and repeat throughout the day. You might find yourself tapping along to the rhythm of Call Me Maybe or singing that very, very catchy chorus. This is not a random thing that happens. There are many reasons and scientific studies done to explain why this occurs. Today, hi, my name is Ben Williams. I'm a senior in the Flex program, and I've been studying this topic for the past year or so. I'll be speaking to you today about earworms and their interconnectedness with the brain and what that can teach us. So, how many of you in the audience have gotten a song stuck in your head before? I see many of you have. This is not uncommon. Earworms are a very common occurrence and occur between 98 and 99% of people. This is relatively normal, and I will actually be playing a song for you now. In the presentation itself, there will be an MP3 here that will play when I am giving the presentation itself. Next, so the MP3 will play, it'll end, I'll cut it off at a specific point in order to attempt to induce an earworm, and then I'll move on. So, for my outline, I'll be speaking on a variety of topics today. First, we'll begin with the origin of music itself. Then, we'll move on to the interconnectedness of the brain and what that means for the brain and earworms themselves. Then from there, we'll move on to why do earworms occur, and then their causes, so what causes an earworm, or why an earworm, and then their causes. Next, following that, we will talk about how to get rid of an earworm, then amusia, which is a very interesting topic that we'll discuss later, and then followed by pop culture references to earworms, and then lastly, my community outreach in regards to this whole process. I will also be reading off my thesis here, which I'll have on a note card, but I currently do not have it typed up or memorized, but I swear it will be there for Wednesday. So, first off, we'll be talking about the origin of music. So, music is perceived in a variety of ways, and this began in a very early nature of attempting to find community through these rhythms and through these beats, as it can be represented through some tribal groups in Native Africa. You can see that these events that are based heavily around music, are in dance, are very group-oriented. And then in a modern society, we can see that concerts and very large group events are very sought out due to their nature as things that we experience as a group. This kind of relates, this also then comes back to leading into this idea of interconnectedness by approaching this idea of music being something that is not naturally occurring within the brain in a specific part of the brain. The music plays into a very wide variety of aspects of the brain in order to come together as one full comprehensive idea. Next is the, actually I'll be cutting the video here. It seems to not be working very well, but we'll be returning in the next part.